And we are here with former University of Hawaii and NFL quarterback Colt Brennan. Colt, it's a pleasure to have you here. I just got to ask you, how did you deal with all the stardom in college? I mean, you were a rock star.
What I was kind of blessed with was my freshman year. I got falsely accused of some off the field incident. When I came to Hawaii, I came with very humble intentions, and when I rose to kind of the limelight that you're speaking of, it was easy for me to not get caught up in it. And one thing also helps was being here in Hawaii. They preach humility here in the community. I laugh. When I was in the NFL, I had a Range Rover, but when I came out to Hawaii, no way was I going to bring a Range Rover here. I have a truck and a little humble car and whatnot, and that's just kind of the style that it was nice to be here in Hawaii, was that they preached kind of humility, so that when you did have that success, you took the responsibility with it, but you also tried not to make sure it got to your head. You wanted to make sure you kept your feet on the ground, because that's what made the people here in Hawaii appreciate you and continue to support you.
Now, I know that you have been misrepresented by the media. What would you like to say to set the record straight on everything that's been going on?
Well, for me, it's been one thing that, when I just mentioned my freshman year, since that incident, haven't experienced very much, truth in what's been written about me. Even when I had my success, even when I had my critics in the game of football, a lot of the perception and what was said, was always never really true or accurate. And there's just so many stories, so many things. The last year or two, I've had my own adversities that I've gone through where, once again, I've found myself just looking at how the media is reported, and they've just been anything but truthful and wanted to be accurate. And in today's age, newspapers are dying, basically, the business is a dying business, and the more controversy they can start, the more drama they can create, the more newspapers they can sell. And so what's happening now is that newspapers are really, their credibility is, far from what it used to be, because they're trying so hard to sell newspapers. And so I basically, in the last 8 to 7 years, have just experienced countless, no matter what I've gone through, whether it be success or adversity, I've just watched the media continue to not really get it right. But the thing is that I don't care what the media writes. I think that's what makes me successful in football. I don't care what they say, because if you really care about what people think, especially if they read a newspaper, then you're missing the whole point of life. I know one thing: God isn't going to get one newspaper article when my judgment day comes. He gets to judge me on who I was and what I was. So I take strength in that, and I just press forward, and I let that stuff, kind of fuel my fire to get back and give football one more chance. I try not to let it get to me. I just try and keep pushing forward.
As a University of Hawaii Rainbow Warrior, what is your greatest memory?
Definitely the Washington game set a precedence for that whole year. To be down 28-7, the last game of the year, with so much riding on it, and to come back. I remember after the game, and as I look back sometimes at some of the newspapers and clippings and whatnot, it was just so surreal, just floating on cloud nine type feeling. I think that was great. I always look back at my first year when we were 5-7. I had so much fun. I think it was the mix of, and they call Hawaii the melting pot of the Pacific. There were so many football players from different parts of the United States of America, and to have so many Samoans and Hawaiians and Polynesians on our team that really kind of showed us the culture here and really acclimated us to the people here. I think the whole experience in itself was amazing. I know that the Washington game, that was, a great statement. There's a lot of great games. The Boise game was great. The San Jose thing was great. And then obviously the Arizona State game my junior year was awesome. I had a lot of great memories here. So it's hard to pick just one, but the whole experience in itself has, been just so rewarding.
And looking back on that bowl game versus Arizona State in the Hawaii Bowl, had an incredible game. NCAA passing record for most touchdowns in a single season with 58. What an accomplishment.
No, it was awesome. It was neat to do it in the Hawaii Bowl, playing a Pac-10 team. At least it wasn't against some Division II school, against a solid team. And to have the state of Hawaii there when it happened was pretty awesome.
I know that you're attempting to come back to play football again. Congratulations on signing to the LA Kiss. To be the starting quarterback, how would that feel?
Well, that's where I'm going to play. I'm not going to be a backup. I'm using this as an avenue to try and play football again. 3 years now since I've been back on the field, and it's time for me to really make one more attempt. And so my hope is to go there and earn the job and get a chance to go out there on the field and showcase what I could do as a football player. And hopefully that'll open some doors for me to try and get back to the NFL one day. Right now it's just one step at a time, and that's just showing up to training camp for the LA Kiss and playing football this spring and summer and trying to earn a job. I mean, it's fun to be in this position, though. It's fun to start over.
What are your aspirations after football?
I would love to give back to the community. I mean, I've already started here. I volunteered in high school at Kahuku, and then I've also been a volunteer coach for the Colorado Red Raiders, Pop Warner. You know, I'd love to obviously continue to help the youth here in Hawaii, especially in the game of football. So I'd hope to really set up football camps and a lot of fun things where I could really give back and, you know, give back to the game and also to the state of Hawaii through what I know best, and that's football. I'd love to settle down, have a family and kids, just kind of become one of those local boys, you know, that has a bunch of friends, that is barbecuing on the beach on the weekends and is enjoying life here in Hawaii. And so I'm blessed to have came to Hawaii, played college football here. I'm blessed to call Hawaii home now. You know, I look forward to the future. Whenever I may step away from the game, you know, I hope that I'll feel good about it. I gave it everything I could to play this game for as long as I could. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now by playing for the LA Kiss, is I'm giving it one last shot. I'm really excited about it.
Now, what do you want to be remembered as? What is your legacy?
I want to be remembered as just a good-hearted, good person. You know, there's been so much stuff written about me, as you spoke about earlier, that is just untruthful. I think that the perception of me out there, people don't know, because they've heard so much good and bad. The only thing I had that really keeps me, you know, so humble and happy is knowing that, you know, knowing the truth and knowing that I'm a good person and likes to give back. And I just would like to be remembered as a good football player, but being a good football player just as much as a good person.
Is there anything that you want your fans to know about you? Any hidden talents?
I'm a terrific fisherman. I take a lot of pride in fishing. I always joke, you know, they said Jesus was a great fisherman. I love fishing, you know, so I guess if any fans out there can take me out fishing anytime, please let me know. I just like them to know, one, I truly appreciate all the support they give me and have given me over the years. You know, when I go back to embark on this journey right now to try and play football again, that they're with me in my motivation. You know, the fact that my fans have been so great, especially here in Hawaii, is part of the reason why I plan on getting up and training as hard as I will these next couple months to get ready for the season. They're a big part of what carries me and, you know, allows me to continue to be motivated about playing football, and I thank them for that.
And once again, we are here with former University of Hawaii and NFL quarterback Colt Brennan. Just want to say I appreciate your time and wishing you all the best.
Appreciate it, Justin.